this is Tom, aka Gedeon here for Tabletop Tap Room and Star Frontiers Gamer. And today we're doing a product review on a free PDF. This is in preparation for doing the Fanzine Fridays are about to run out. We're going to run out of fanzines to review for Star Frontiers. And so I'm thinking about doing a free Fridays, a free PDF that I will review, or something I found on, or free, or pay what you will, pay what you want, off of drive-through. Not always sci-fi related. I've actually downloaded a couple of fantasy things, so it'll be a mixed bag, but there will probably be a heavy sci-fi emphasis. So today we're doing Road Signal. But before I get to that, I want to say thank you for watching the video. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys are great. And if you've not subscribed, please do hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. Help me build the channel. And now that that's out of the way, let's get right to Rogue Signal. Rogue Signal, great cover art. I've got to give this product massive 2 or 3 Draw-A-Sight thumbs up for the full color cover art throughout it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The production values just on art alone are very high. I love this cover, and right away it's evocative of this ship kind of looks like the Firefly from the Firefly franchise. It looks like it's a little reminiscent of maybe an Assault Scout from Star Frontier. So very, very cool. And let's get out of there. So this is the drive-through RPG listing, Rogue Signal. It was part of, I do believe, where are you? I thought it was part of the 2023 Pocket Zine Challenge on drive-through. So this is, I'm presenting this for Star Frontiers fans, because I cater to Star Frontiers fans, traveler a little bit. And I got to say that this is one of those dynamic tale one-shots. It's with a high, as they say here, high level of replayability, deeply rooted in soft sci-fi and space Western tropes, inspired by Lady Blackbird, Wild Blue Yonder, and the TV show Firefly and Cowboy Bebop. Now, when I saw space Western tropes, ding, 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 Star Frontiers. So I was like, oh yeah, hell yeah, downloading this bad boy. Best of all, it's free. Why not download it and give it a read? Heck, just check it out for the fantastic art. Yeah, and the art is fantastic. There's not even an option to pay what you want on here, so you could, buy them a coffee, which definitely couple or 3, or actually in this economy, maybe $5 for a coffee is not a bad idea. I would throw $5 on this just for the map, but we'll get to that. So the game includes, you get 2 PDFs. One is in spreads, 2-page spreads, and the other is just a regular PDF. And I'm like, yeah, this is nice, so you can print this off and staple it together and have it at the table with you. It's a movie-esque scenario. You get 5 pre-made characters, full color art on all of them. I love that. You get a GM sheet. You get a GM character sheet. It's like a control panel for the GM. I thought that was a great idea. Not quite as usable as I thought it would be, since I intend to adapt this to Star Frontiers, but I still thought that was a great idea. And incredibly detailed map. Oh yeah, if for no other reason, the entry price alone is worth paying, which is $0, for this map. This map is absolutely gorgeous. So premium characters. Let's jump over to the PDF. And so here we go. As you're scrolling through it, you get all these rules for doing this. It's a very narrative storytelling kind of game. There is dice involved, dice pool system, but I think it's highly adaptable to Star Frontiers, very easily adaptable. And so you get these great character sheets. I love this. I mean, you can't use these with Star Frontiers per se, but you can totally adapt these pre-made characters to Star Frontiers. Stowaway has a little toy robot. And then here's the map. This is worth the price of entry all by itself. Absolutely fantastic. Let's blow it up a little bit. It is absolutely gorgeous. Why aren't you scrolling so well for me? I mean, just look at this. And it's intentionally unmarked. Because it's a narrative system, and so you will find out what's in these locations as you do the scenario. And the artwork kind of, obviously this little piece in the center looks like a hydroponics greenhouse. And now in this particular product, it says that this is an asteroid base. You can clearly see in the art a ground cycle, a couple of explorer vehicles. You can see what has to be an air car. Yeah, not for Star Frontiers. I would not make this an asteroid, but I would totally hand wave this as a moon base so that you have some gravity to justify these ground cars, the ground cycle, the air car. And there's obviously a bigger vehicle in this garage. The roof must open. And this is described as, let's shrink it back down again. This is described as an energy shield. I think you could hand wave that as a dome, a pressure dome, glass dome, over a crater on a moon and make it a moon base. This is absolutely awesome. I absolutely love this. I feel like, and I need to double check the pixels on this image, but I feel like this would best be done. I mean, you could totally port this into a VTT, but I want to have this printed as a poster map and laminated and slap it right on the table in front of the players. That's what I want to do with this. I think that's the thing to do with this. If it'll blow up without pixelating too much, this would be perfect. And even if you can't blow it up too much, still print it and laminate it. Run it down the staples, print it and laminate it, slap it on the table, and then you just dry erase mark the crap out of this. And and I would fudge-o-matic. I do this a lot now with Star Frontiers. In Nighthawks, you had 10-minute turns. So for combat, I like those 10-minute turns. I would let characters travel around this map and do a thing in 10 minutes. What seems reasonable, for doing it in 10 minutes, 10 minutes worth of walking. I think you totally, walk to a couple of different locations and do a thing, or stay at a location, do a couple of different things for 10 minutes. And so this is absolutely, I love this Elder Wood moon. I'm calling it a moon base now. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got a little missile defense system down here next to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So here's the Game Master, sheet. You have barriers. So there's a countdown timer for this game of barriers being breached. And I would absolutely adapt this to the Star Frontier setting with this hacker beaming a signal, this rogue signal, and taking down these barriers. I would actually use this in the Cassadine system. The NET Megacorp, when you read through the description there, it's almost hinted at. It's almost kind of read between the lines that the head of the corporation, that nobody knows who it is actually a supercomputer, actually an AI. And so I would do this as the hacker is using subspace signal here, that these are all subspace antennas, and he's actually hacking the net that computer is on. And so that is the jeopardy going on. and so he's, so the hacker is trying to take down the man, take down the corporation. So that's how I would adapt this to Star Frontiers. You could easily do that, say in Prengular system, Grand Quivera. There's a moon base someplace, domed moon base, and there's a hacker, and they're trying to hack into using the subspace signal, because now the corporation's computer is on a subspace network, linked into a subspace network, and so the hackers trying to use the subspace signal to hack, and so this is a mission, and so they're trying to take down these, they call them barriers, i.e. firewalls, break through those firewalls. And so that's your countdown timer for this mission. You will live or die. You will pass or fail in this mission based on whether or not the hacker gets through those firewalls. And so I think this is a very cinematic, it's kind of exciting type of thing, and hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You've got a missile defense here, and you're coming in by ship to this moon base. What's going to happen there? A little bit of railroading written into it, sure. But I like what's going on with this adventure, even though it's a bit thin. When I read the blurb on it, I thought, absolutely fantastic. I will adapt this. But when I got down to here, and it's really a bit thin, so I'm going to have to color in, put in a lot of stat blocks for mooks and goons at the moon base. The hacker, you choose these identity motives. You mash together two to create their identity: simple hacker, dead operative, failed experiment, syndicate agent, neural network, broken cyborg, cabal of 3 to 5, or the true empress. They're doing a Empire of Man thing here. Then you choose two. They clearly are, and one they're hiding. And so you go from this list here. They're altruistic, terrified, naive, ambitious, dying, devious, young or old, and insane. Then choose two that they relentlessly seek to accomplish, and one they desperately hope to avoid. So you're really developing by choosing all these things, you're really developing an antagonist that could be different every time you play it. And so from these, you've got dismantle the hierarchical house system. Well, that would be take down the man, take down the corporation, liberate the denizens of Garden, eliminate belief in the celestial deity, expose the Empress for a forbidden android, stoke rivalry and conflict among the houses, among the corporations, acquire authority and autonomy and resources, awaken a dormant psionic maelstrom, expose highly illegal bioexperimentation, disseminate classified imperial tech, and accomplish the Star Mother's true intentions. So there's some quasi-religious stuff in there. Kind of cool. And then, where's my glasses? It's be easier to read with the glasses. No, actually not. Mash two together to create their followers: robots, flawed clones, exiles, zealots, descendants, prisoners, mercenaries, and marauders. So, you're going to pick two of these. Choose two that most are and one that a few are. So you've got psionic, fanatical, reckless, unpredictable, disobedient, untrained, organized, and disillusioned. You can almost roll these with a D8. There's 4 in each column there. You could just roll those with a D8. Just dice for it. So that is absolutely. So it's clearly a narrative game where you're using narrative mechanisms to describe what's happening. It's a very simple game. This would be excellent for a con. I want to adapt it to Star Frontier. So, there's going to be a little bit more crunch in it for me. But this is also a value-added system. So these were everything I downloaded with it. You get a separate map file. You don't even have to skin it out of the PDF through a screenshot. So this is absolutely fabulous. And let's take a look at the properties. So the properties, all right, it's a JPEG. The size is 3.38 megabytes. I will have to open it in another system and get the pixels, how many pixels, so we can evaluate the possibility of printing that as a poster map. But also, you get this little folder of VTT tokens for all the characters. And, you know, these aren't bad. 2 different styles with different borders. So you can move these around in your VTT if you're running it as a VTT. And like I said, 2 different PDFs. So this is very much one of those value-added type of products. You know, in infomercials, you know, they talk about value-added. But wait, there's more. The map is fabulous. You get VTT tokens. We're not going to give you 1 PDF. We're going to give you 2 different, whichever you want to use. You know, one's in spreads, one's the regular way. You know, and they're not even charging $1 for this. Now, here's my biggest complaint about these people. Now, here is my biggest complaint about these people. This is my big bitch right here, my rant. Here's my big complaint. I clicked on the publisher. This is the only thing they've published. And I'm like, I wanted to download more. I mean, I'm loving that map. And I'm like, so I've actually clicked on, I'm going to start following these people. Hopefully they will publish more. I'll get a notification. But this is my big complaint is, you know, they told me up front it was a narrative thing. I don't want to use it that way. I want to use it for Star Frontiers. I will adapt it. So I can't complain about that, but here's my big complaint. They've only published the one thing. All right, boys, whoever you are, Rogue Signal, get busy publishing more. This was fabulous. And for God's sakes, put a pay what you want value on there. Let people buy you a cup of coffee. So absolutely, Rogue Signal. How do you beat this price at drive-thru? And the link will be in the show notes for you. So this is Tom for Tabletop Taproom and Star Frontiers Gamer, trying out our new thing that we're going to follow up the Fanzine Fridays with when we run out of the Star Frontiers fanzines. And it'll be free Fridays. We're going to find something on drive-thru that's free, pay what you want. Maybe one of those 99 cents, you know, 2-page, you know, one sheet, front and back, 2-page printed for 99 cents. We might include that in there as well. So, you know, basically stuff that's super cost effective because, you know, the economy's been a little rough on us and everybody likes free, right? But I highly encourage when you do see these pay what you want, buy somebody a coffee. I mean, these people, whoever this Rogue Signal is, they deserve, anybody deserves a coffee, they deserve a coffee just on the basis of that map. I love that map. Absolutely gorgeous. And what product do we have in Star Frontiers where we've got a decent moon base? We don't. So that's killer. I mean, that's absolutely killer. I did a video, I think it was last year, on a Dome City map that I was like, hey, there's this Dome City map out there, Hill Sector Blues from Paranoia. You want to get it. You want to get the poster map, laminate it, and use it for your Star Frontiers game. So I showed that. So that was a great resource. But Moonbase, where's a great Moonbase map? We don't have one existing in Star Frontiers, and now I've got one, and I'm adding it to my collection. So price of admission was awesome. The map is awesome. I love it because you totally reuse that moon base again and again and again. So this is Tom signing out. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. And to all the Star Frontiers fans out there, go download this PDF and get your hands on that map. Well worth the price of admission for your Star Frontiers games Who doesn't need a moon-based map? And if you run a game using this, tell me about it. Put a comment in the notes. Put a comment on the video. Let me know what you do with this map. I'm curious. Curious to hear about it. Post it here. Post it on Facebook and one of the Facebook groups for Star Frontiers. I'm looking forward to see what people do with this map because I think it's a great resource that we all should be using. Signing out, and I will see you in the frontier.